been good. I think it's been a lot of progress being made. Obviously, we got all the installs in. Pretty much our whole playbook's in right now. So just getting all that in, letting the young guys kind of learn, see everything, go through it kind of twice. But it's been good. It's been a lot of progress.
Jordan, after you leave here this week, what do you do between now and whenever, July, whatever, when you have to be back?
Yeah, pretty much just go back, train. Do a little stuff here and there, but for the most part, I'll be training and just working to keep my body right and keep pretty much all the training I've been doing so far. Just keep it going.
Will you throw with any of the guys, or does everyone just kind of go their separate ways?
No, I'll try and throw with as many guys as I can for sure.
Is that something that you organize, or just kind of guys they're in and out, whatever?
No, you kind of got to organize it. Just let people know where you're at, and just kind of let people play off that whenever they can. Make time to get out there. Yeah.
How different might this offseason, this next 30 days look for you than the previous 3 years?
I don't think it looks different at all. Same thing, just training, getting back to it, staying in the book. Pretty much, like I said, just continuing the progression I've made so far, just keep it going.
How do you feel like your leadership has grown?
QB1, man.
Come on, man.
Best
Come
QB
on.
in the league right
What's
here,
up,
man.
John Money?
Now tell him stop trying me, though. You know what I mean?
Appreciate that, John.
How do you feel like your leadership as a quarterback going from the backup to now the starting quarterback has gone in your mind over the last several months?
Yeah, I mean, it's gone good. I don't try and do too much about it. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take time to, grow into that role. But I just try to keep taking it day by day. And like I said, being a voice that, guys come to me, ask questions, and I'm still young as well. So, I ask, all the vets questions all the time. But I don't try and do too much, really, with that role.
Since Judges came over here, what's it been like just having him there this week, and how much can him and the rest of the defense kind of prepare you once training camp comes on? What's the competition like with them?
Yeah, no, it's been great. Obviously, having Ja back. Yeah, I mean, you're going against, you get him and Sewell back. Those are two league's top corners right there. So it's great for the receivers. It's great for me. It's great for everybody. Just, seeing the competition, you're going against the best of the best right there. So just having that great competition, it's going to make everybody better. And you get challenged a little bit more, but like I said, it just makes everybody better.
Did he let you hear it today? Did he let you hear it today after that pitch?
Yeah, he always does. He made a really good play, though. He baited me into it, and like I said, made a really good play. But we would have tackled him down, and he got the ball back right there.
Do you learn more from the throw or from him chirping in your response to that?
No, you learn from the throw and the decision, and then we talked about it after. Kind of just got his thoughts on it, what he was seeing, and that kind of just being able to talk to him after and get feedback, it's going to make me better as well.
How much do weeks like this mean in contrast to some of the other ones, just having everyone here in a fuller level of competition?
I mean, yeah, I think just getting, throughout all OTAs, we had a good amount of people here. We were only missing a couple of people throughout the whole time. But I think we compete as a team. Everybody competes every day, day in and day out. It doesn't matter who's here. Make the most of that opportunity you have. Obviously, for other guys that, might be getting more reps, it's great for them as well. But, like I said, man, we compete every day. So I don't think it really changes much. But having those guys here helped this week.
What has the relationship been like with Danny and Sean? How have you kind of seen them grow over the past month, too?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have a great quarterback room. We're all pretty close. Obviously bringing Sean in, we've all got close pretty quickly, but they've done a great job as well. We compete every day as a quarterback room, doing individual drills, things like that, and then obviously we're in the meeting, being able to watch everything and talk through it. Just hearing different things makes us all better.
Does that help too with having Danny back, someone that there is, familiar with your game and kind of what you're needing out there, what you're seeing?
Yeah, I mean, Danny's great. Obviously, he's been around the league for a while. He's seen a lot of different things, he's been in this system now for a year, so he's familiar with the offense as well. So we can talk, and it's not like he's learning the offense as we're trying to talk through stuff. So he has that kind of next level experience with it, and it's great.
There's obviously competition on the offensive line, but how much would it help you if at some point fairly early on that the five that are going to be there, are settled in and you guys get to kind of work together for the rest of the preseason?
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be great. Obviously, there's, going into training camp, it's competition at every position. But, at the same time, it's football, that things happen. So just being able to rotate guys in and get a different look with other guys, you kind of need that part as well, just because you never know what could happen.
It's one thing to see a roster on paper, but now that you're through the off-season practices, what do you feel like you have with this team, and what are you going to do to refine that when camp rolls around?
I think we got a great team. I think we got a good offense, a young offense, and we have a lot of work to keep putting in, keep building together. And I think we have really good defense. That once we get everybody back and healthy, we'll be really good. But yeah.
Is there anything that you saw in these last several weeks that's excited you the most about seeing the potential of a player or a play or anything that stood out?
No, I think we got playmakers on offense. I think all the weapons we have at receiver and both tight end, and then running back as well. We got guys that can make plays. They're catching the ball really well right now, and I think once everybody just gets rolling, gets comfortable with the offense, and being where they need to be every play, that the sky's the limit for us.
Is there anything specific Tom or Matt have sort of given you, like, hey, this is what we want you to work on or watch back while you're gone?
Yeah, we talk about things all the time. Right when we get here, we go over kind of a POA, points of emphasis that we kind of want to attack throughout the offseason, and then we'll do it again when we break. But, there's a lot of different points we want to attack. Throwing on the run was kind of a big point we wanted to hit this offseason, and we did a lot of drills at the beginning. I think we improved at that. But, I'm always working on my game, working on little things I see on film that, maybe I missed a throw, maybe I moved in the pocket and my feet weren't set, and just trying to refine all those little things. Yeah.
Fans get excited when they see a social media post of an NFL player in the offseason working out with his teammates. Whoa, these guys are dedicated. And it's not like you just started doing that in the last 4 months. You've been doing this for 3 years. So could you give us just a little idea when you go at it, how often you get together with a teammate to work out timing and those kinds of things?
Yeah, I think this time right here that we have together is the most important time, because that's the actual football. You're here with everybody. You got coaches that can give their feedback on the side, and then I think everything we do outside in the off season, it's all kind of just extra stuff. I don't think you get the same level of work that you get while you're here, but it all pays off when you can get together and work. But yeah, I don't get too caught up in we got all these guys out here, and it's great. It's always great if you can get that extra work, but I don't think that will define the season if you
Aside from
can't
football,
get
aside from football, the next couple of weeks, the next 6 weeks specifically before camp, what does Jordan Love's life look like? You going anywhere? You doing anything fun this summer?
Yeah, I'm doing a couple of trips. We got a trip with my marketing agent. We're doing a camp out in France, so that'll be fun. Get a couple other quarterbacks out there for that. My agent has like a pros week where he gets everybody that's kind of with him together out there in Austin, so we'll do that. But for the most part, I'll be back in California.
With that in mind, I know you said this offseason won't change from what you've done previously, but what about off the field? Like, what does life look like adjusting to being the face of the Green Bay Packers?
Yeah, obviously, there's a lot of changes. There's a lot more opportunities that pop up and things like that. But I try and keep the main thing, and just try and I let people know I'm trying to focus on ball right now. Obviously, there's a lot going on in my life that I just kind of want to focus on football, going in this first year being the starter, and just kind of locking on that.
Has there been anything so far that's kind of surprised you, like, oh, I wasn't thinking about that when I was getting ready to go to the NFL?
Oof, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that one. I think just kind of the position you get put in, being an NFL player, obviously being an NFL quarterback, you're kind of under a light. Everybody sees what you do. I think that's been the biggest difference. But yeah, I'm not sure. What else?
Jordan, yesterday you had that deep ball to Christian kind of down the sideline, I think, during one of the team periods there. Just wondering what the mental calculation is like that with, a receiver like that has his type of speed and everything. How has it been sort of building that rapport with him and, being able to make some, those type of connections?
Yeah, it just comes from getting those reps. Being able to throw to him this whole OTA has been great. But yeah, he's a fast receiver, so obviously it differs from other receivers that might be out there. But I don't know. It's just that was kind of our first time running that concept as well. So it's just play. You kind of just put the ball out there and let him run and go get it. But yeah, like I said, it comes from just getting those reps. Every day we do routes versus air, do a lot of different things. We're just throwing routes and getting that timing, kind of seeing what the speed is like for different receivers. And obviously you get into a team and things kind of change. You might get pressed up, jammed up. So the timing kind of gets thrown off. So I think every aspect you can get from routes versus air to team to, when we do group install where it's just kind of on air, all those reps tie into, building that chemistry, knowing where he's going to be, and knowing where I can put the ball.
Just 2 days with the vets over there in defense in this mini camp. That's your best test so far. And, do you feel that there's a lot more that you wish that you could have gotten produced, or the level of productivity in these practices, or do you think you guys learned a lot in the last 2 practices?
No, I mean, I think we did. For the circumstances of practice, doing 7-on-7 this week and not doing as many, live team periods, I think we got the work in that we needed to get in. Like I said, we put the whole offense in. That's kind of the main part of OTAs is just the mental part, getting everybody on the same page. But yeah, it's all learning, OTAs, putting all the offense in and then going out there and putting it together on the field and, making those corrections when we go back and watch it on film and all those little things. So I think it's more of a learning opportunity right now.
Jordan, you mentioned that there's a lot going on in life right now, and it's a little different than the last few years. How different does it feel, and how are you managing all that?
Yeah, it's kind of the external things that I can't control that might be a little bit more different now, being the starter. But for me, I try and keep the main thing. Try and not do too much in my life where I'm, pulled so many different ways and can't relax and settle down and be able to, focus on what I need to focus on. And like I said, I tell people all the time, I'm trying to really just focus on this year, not be doing too much outside, getting pulled in different directions, things like that. But yeah, I mean, obviously life changes a little bit when you go from being a backup to a starter, different opportunities, things like that. So
going through that process, how much does it change? How different does it feel than the past few years, especially around this time? You know what's coming next with training camp. How different does it feel?
Yeah, I mean, I think the urgency and the urgency that we need to get ready for training camp, it's coming up fast. Obviously, this is our last practice, so when we come back, we'll be heading into season. So I think that part changes a little bit, knowing that, you're the guy, knowing that, obviously Aaron's not coming back. But for the most part, training, everything like that, it's going to be the same for me.
It's a little more fun than it's been in the past, though?
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit more fun. I mean, OTAs, I was doing most of this anyways in the past. But no, I'm enjoying this. It's definitely a little bit more fun. So.
Can you speak to the versatility that the offense has, running back, receiver, tight end? A lot of guys who move around, do different things, how that stresses the defense?
Yeah, it does. I mean, like you said, we have running backs that can catch the ball in the backfield, run routes, things like that. We added a couple really fast tight ends, so just being able to stretch the field with them, and then obviously we have some really fast receivers too. So it just, like you said, it stresses defense, makes them focus on everybody. At the same time, I don't think we have that one player that right now is like, oh, this is who we have to go to the ball or throw the ball to on maybe third down or things like that. So, defense might really not know who to focus on third downs, things like that. So I think that all ties in and will help us out.
Chris Barnes signs with the Cardinals, but was it tough to see him go?
Yeah, it was really tough. That's my guy. We grew up together. Some of my best friends growing up, so it's tough to see him go, but at the same time, it's another opportunity for him. So I'm happy for him in that aspect, but I would have loved to see him here again.
And you get somebody in Phoenix to hang out with, so if you're ever in Phoenix.
Yeah, right, yeah, definitely. Yeah, exactly.
You mentioned the tight ends a minute ago, Jordan. What's your early impressions of Luke? And with a guy who's obviously very talented and skilled, you have to kind of force him the ball at times, like in these kind of sessions, just to kind of see what he's capable of doing?
Sure. Yeah, no. First impression of Luke, I mean, he's going to be a great player. He's a lot faster than I think anybody thought on tape and things like that, just watching him. And he's picking up the offense really fast. He's getting a lot of reps right now, which is great for him. He's making the most of it, and he's learning every day and not making the same mistake twice, which is awesome. And then he's catching the ball really well right now. He's making plays. But I don't think that's one thing I try not ever force or predetermine who I want to go with the ball with. Kind of just let plays play out and read it out. But he's been getting a lot of opportunities for sure throughout all the OTAs. It's good for him.
With Chris not here, not that you can't just pick up the phone and call him, who's your support system as you're going through this time? Who do you need on?
Yeah, I mean, I still have a lot of the guys that I came in with. Our class, we're pretty close, but I also have my family. I have my girlfriend out here, so that's kind of always been my support system. But I still have my friends that, even though they're not here, we still contact each other and reach out and just make sure everybody's doing okay and check on mental health and things like that. But it's still great. Me and Chris still keep in contact. He knows what's going on. Like, he's been around here. He knows exactly what's going on. So just being able to talk to him is good.